Hi guys, it is, as you can see in my planner, the week of the 24th of July. Well, it isn't quite there, it's nearly there, but this is the week that the EllieBeth Design team are doing their How Will You Plan Your Summer Challenge. So the idea is you choose your favourite summery EllieBeth kit and you decorate your week with it. So, as you can probably see, I am using a horizontal happy planner. This is my new planner for this time of year. I was going to carry on with my Erin Condren, but finances, the happy planner is cheaper, plus the horizontal happy planner, I don't know if you guys know this, these boxes are big enough to fit all the Erin Condren vertical kits in. So all the stickers I've already got I can still use in this planner. And because I've been doing 1 Book July, I have actually been going back through and doing a little bit of back planning using some kits. And you can see they fit really quite nicely. I mean, there's a little bit of jiggling around, but not too much. So for this week, I'm actually going to use something a little bit different. This month, for What's New Wednesday, you will have probably seen that Rachel released the flexible kits, which fit really nicely in the Owly Erin Condren. This is not that. I use a lot of different planners, and so my summer challenge for myself is to try and use some of the flexible kits in a variety of different planners. So for this week, I'm going to be using Take Me to the Ocean. I'm going to have the add-on boxes, and then I've got the flexible kit to go with it as well. Now, I'm going to have to do a little bit of trimming on this. I'm going to have to cut some bits up to make it fit in the happy planner and make it work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, do a bit of trimming, and then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to get on with some planning, okay? Okay, so I haven't quite trimmed them. I've just drawn lines on the date covers just to give me some idea to cut them up and to cut them up evenly. Now the way I did this was I was trying to measure and it didn't really work, so I actually cheated. I laid this over my Owly that I have that I never use and just traced over the lines of the columns just to give me the nice even spacing. So I've got those ready to go. I also hooked out some washi. Not quite sure if I will use this at all. I might do, might not. But I felt that went really nicely with the kit. So, best thing I love about the Happy Planner, it actually makes planning a lot easier. It's a lot easier trying to turn around a piece of paper to fit things on than it is to actually turn around a whole planner. So, what I'm going to do is I've started putting washi up here in my spreads because I think it fits really nicely. The kits I've been using either have washi that fits really nicely on here, or like on the Rachel's kits, you can cut along the middle of the long washi. I just realised I've stuck that upside down. That seahorse is upside down. Am I bothered by that? Yeah, I'm going to have to peel that up. So yeah, that's what happens when you start talking whilst you're trying to plan. As you may notice, this is my first plan with me video. I always just kind of crack on and get overexcited by my stickers. So actually having to talk about what I'm doing is a little bit of an alien concept to me at the moment, which is probably why I made that first mistake there. But anyway, as I was saying, most of the kits I've used in my Happy Planner so far, the washi strips either fit really nicely along the top, or, like with Rachel's kits, they have the cut lines so that you can actually trim along the middle of the big washi strip, and so it gives you quite a nice finish and it fits really evenly, gives you a bit of colour at the top. The slightly narrow bit means you've still got the month, and then sometimes, like just here, I don't know if you can see it, you get a tiny bit that peeks over the top. I don't always bother with that, I kind of just leave it. If it really bothers me, then I will trim it off with my paper trimmer later on. So washi along the top. I think I'm actually going to put some of this washi along the top of each day, just for a little bit more blue, a little bit more colour. And hopefully I will not screw this up. So, I don't know if anyone else gets really quite pedantic about washi, but when you rip it and you get that little bit along there, if I can see it, is it enough sharp? No, it's not, but it gets all jaggedy. I really don't like that. I'm really pedantic. I like nice, clean edges. So I'm just going to line this up the top of each box, just like so, and then just trim at the end. Again, don't think you need to see me do all these, so I'm just going to pause the video and then we'll come back once I've done them. So, washi along the top of every box, a bit more colour, and kind of got rid of some of the pinky-ish colour that was there, so it didn't really go. So now I'm going to put in my date covers. So what I did, just a reminder, I've put pencil lines for me to cut along before I put them down. So I'm not going to talk while I cut because I know I will go wrong. And since I've already gone wrong when I started talking once, I don't want to go wrong again. So, I will be honest, this week I don't have a lot planned. I mean, not this actual week that I'm filming, but for this week in my planner, I don't have a lot planned. It's the start of the school holidays. Yay! Quite excited about that. It's been a very long run up to the holidays this term. So my main intention is to do as little as I possibly can. Okay. So normally I'd like fill my planner with all the work stuff that's going on. There is no work stuff. A lot of the stuff I do during the week, like guides, is term time only, and quite unusually, there we go. Quite unusually, I'm not actually away during this week. Normally, I start the week, first week of summer holidays, I'm on a rather large camp somewhere, and currently a good chunk of my friends are doing such a thing in Iceland at the World Scout Meet, but I'm not there, sadly. So there we go. I've got the date covers down, and I quite like the way this is turning out. It actually, where I put the blue in for a bit of colour, this then tones it all back down, which is quite nice. I quite like that effect. Now, having put this strip down, I've decided I'm actually going to take it back up, because there is a really nice blue strip in the kit that I think will work a lot better along the bottom. Will cover up most of that writing, hopefully. So it won't show through. I think we're going to have to trim it down a little bit at the end, but that's okay. I can cope with that. And this is the bit that confuses all of my friends. I'm really quite unorganised a lot of the time, believe it or not, and I get quite pedantic about certain things like this. So having to use a ruler to trim rather than just going for it. That's finished really, really nicely. And then what I've started doing, where have I done with it? There it is. What I've started doing is putting like the quote box down in this bottom corner, because I quite like the way it works. Obviously this is going to be much smaller because Rachel's done it for a different planner. That's okay. But I quite like that down there. So now start adding a few more things to this. So I'm going to put my habit trackers down here. Turn it upside down. See, it's much easier. I just like being able to turn a piece of paper rather than the whole planner. I don't know why. There's nothing special about it. It just makes it a bit easier to move it, I think. Not flipping back and forward, getting confused, checking things. It's just there. Nice and easy for me to see. There we go. So I've got habit trackers down. Then I'm going to play with the stars. Now these checklists are fantastic. They're really, really nice. So we've got three, these and three here are the full length of the whole sticker sheet. Let me just give you a bit of an example. They go all the way to the end. There we go. Now I was trying earlier to see if I could line it up all the way down the page. That's not going to work. I'm going to use some of the smaller ones. So on the smaller ones, we've got groups of 3, groups of 5, and then groups of 7. That's what I wanted, 7. So I'm going to have a bit of play, see what fits, what doesn't fit. Again, not a huge amount going on. So I don't think I need to worry too much about everything. So let's start with a 5 on the Monday, just because I might need to go back into work, do a bit of clearing up, depending on the end of term madness. Now that fits. I'm not sure if you can tell. Those stars fit really nicely in those lines. So I've almost got like a double space. I'm just going to trim that line off. I should have got my ruler. That fits really nicely. So I've got my 4 stars there, 4 things to do. Could fit some longer things in there, or it gives me more space to fill up the other side. So I've done pale blue there. Let's go for yellow next. I'm going to get my ruler out. Doing it freehand did not feel comfortable whatsoever. There we go. And that actually gives me 3 left. So let's put 3 left over here. Too much to do on Saturday. That's quite nice. I love how I've put those stars upside down. I think it's brilliant. Very me. A little bit of sarcasm there, possibly, but hey ho, I've done it now. I'll just put the next lot up the right way, just to mix up a little bit. So let's go for the dark blue ones next. This again is a 7 strip, so I'll probably put 3 over on Sunday. Again, not too much going on Sunday. Get the ruler out. Trim it down. I'm a bit worried. That's okay. I was a bit worried I went through the paper there. It felt like I'd gone a little bit further than I'd actually intended to, but that's okay. So, pop those down. Alrighty, it's looking quite nice. It's nice and pale, this. If you look through this month, there's a lot of bright, bold colours, so this is quite nice. So, I'm actually going to use just the little list of 3 for the last couple of days, and hopefully get them the right way up. So let's go for a yellow one on Thursday. And we'll go for dark blue with pale blue on Friday. So all I've done to line these up is just line them up the side of the date cover. You've probably watched me doing that by now and seeing it. I probably will get the hang of explaining what I'm doing a little bit more. As I said, it's still a little bit alien at the moment. So what I've started doing on my horizontal is underneath the date kind of putting either sort of standout events or like recurring events, that's the word I want, recurring events underneath, along with stuff that I'm tracking on a daily basis, so like my step count or my meals, my hydration. My step count's also kind of been fitting in here somewhere some weeks, so it kind of depends on how I'm feeling about it already. What I quite like about horizontal is the way you can take a full box, spin it and put it on a bit of a funny angle. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to take pale blue. I'm actually going to peel up this bit of washi. This is why I like using actual washi tape as well as washi strips from kits, because it's kind of a bit more pliable. I'm going to take my whiteout clicky pen. Love this. Just run it along there, just because this is such a pale box. I don't want it coming through too vividly. Yeah, that's enough. I'm just going to put it over there, like that. Then very carefully, oh, I've mangled it. Mangled the washi. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. It's okay. It's okay. I always love a bit of excitement when you think you've done something terrible and actually you haven't. It's all okay. You've just made it up. So I kind of like, I feel like in a horizontal I can do crazy things like put boxes over days, whereas in a vertical I do feel like everything has to be very within box, restrained. You can't deviate from the original plan. So I'm going to put up here, overlap here. Oh, do I want to use my Sharpie or my gel pen? I'm going to use my gel pen this week. I did give in and I bought the Papermate Inkjoy gel pens. Now, I use Papermate Inkjoy biros all the time for everything. I love them. And I bought this and I'm so glad I bought this. It is possibly one of the more expensive pens that I own, but it's so nice, particularly on the Happy Planner paper. So I've used a Happy Planner teacher planner, as well as my Erin Condren one. And I've got a Happy Planner for my face planner, and I've been using this pen in all of them, and it writes so beautifully. So I'm going to use this one this week. And I'm just going to put Happy Holes up here, because it is the summer holidays. And I love this fact. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into some of my small sticker collection and see if there are any particular stickers, like maybe these. Oh, I'm running low on those. Or these. I'm using these in my bullet journal, that's probably why. A little flick through. I do have some appointments that week, but I'm going to put those on the other labels. There is one. There it is. This is the sheet I was looking for. Maybe this one as well. Okay. Let's try again. So, I've got some other stuff out. These are all EllieBeth stickers as well. I love these colourful rainbow holiday stickers, and I have started putting them. I'm not sure when I started putting them. I think about Easter time I started putting them somewhere on a spread just to signify that it was indeed school holidays. So I'm going to put that down there as well, just for a bit of a reminder, and another splash of colour. And then, what do I want to do next? So, Thursday I've got a nail appointment. What have I just done with my pen? I need to tidy my desk again, it gets so messy so easily. So I have got a nail appointment on Thursday. Unfortunately I cannot remember the time, and the time is currently on my phone, or actually calendar on the iPad. Let's have a quick look. Sorry if I keep sniffing, I do have a horrendous summer cold which is not going very well at the moment. Haha, magic, yes. So that nail appointment is at 3 o'clock. Normally I put the labels down and then write on them. So again, just changing up how I'm doing things a little bit. There we go. Some nails at 3 o'clock. And then Saturday, I think I'm going to use one of the big event labels. So these are really chunky, and this patterning is beautiful. I think I'm going to use this one on Saturday. Actually, no, I'm not going to use one of those. Or am I? Yeah, I am. Saturday we are going to a wedding. Not a big fan of weddings. But I'm going to put it in there. I do need to check what time that is though. Can't remember. Big important one, I am going to do this in my Sharpie. If I can find what I've done with my Sharpie. I was using it a moment ago. That's bananas. I'm not going to do it in my Sharpie. I'm going to do it in my Inkjoy pen. I haven't put the dates in. There we go. What else is going on that week? So, let me have a little think. I think I am going to put down on Monday I'll pop back into school. It is meant to be an inset day that day, but it's been twilighted, so that means that we've just done all the training we need to do for it throughout the year, so that we don't actually have to go in if we don't want to. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to insist upon date night this week, I think. It's been a while since we've actually done anything nice together. So I'm going to use this little seahorse here from the add-on boxes for date night. See, I did say earlier that I put recurring events down the side there and everything else on the other side, but now I've started doing it, I've been doing it differently. So what I'm finding at the moment, because I've switched the type of planner I use, I've gone from vertical to horizontal. Every time I try and get into a rhythm of doing something, I then change it up again. So we'll see. So I'm just going to put down another box like this one. I don't want to go across the bottom here. Just add a bit of colour on this side. Again, clicky Tipex. It's not actually Tipex. I want to point that out really. Managed to do that with one hand. I feel quite impressed with myself for that. There we go. Now, okay, a little splash of colour on that side as well. Roll up the washi tape at one side. So, hydrate stickers. Ooh, let's go with a nice splash of bright yellow for Tuesday, I think. And I'm going to have to do some cooler colours throughout the week. So I do really like the new design of the hydrate stickers that Rachel's done with the white bit around the edge. She's right, it does make it look like a lot cleaner and crisper as a sticker. And I like the size is nice. And also I quite like the fact that the new colour scheme is wonderful, that you can pair everything up. I really like doing that in my bullet journal, you might have seen. So now I've got running it out of pale stickers of like blues and yellows, so I'm going to chuck in a few greys. I'm not going to bother with Saturday. Excuse me. I get a fair bet to say on Saturday I will not drink enough. Never drink enough at weddings. The whole day is up in the air. Nobody knows what's going on. So I end up doing something strange instead. Let's put a bit of grey up here. And let's go with this one down here. So that's my sort of tracking, so to speak. Now, the other thing that I've started putting down here is my meal tracking. Now, I'm just having to think about what I might do for this. When on the wedding, we're going to be given dinner. Don't really need to indicate that with a sticker of any sort, so I'm going to just use these little event labels here for my meals. I know I've used one for my nail appointment here. That's fine. I'm just going to use these. Start at the top and work down. It's just quite nice to keep track of what we actually eat, because me and my husband started doing meal planning. It was very much, for a while, just whatever we felt like when we went shopping, or whatever he felt like when he went shopping, to be more precise. And we have actually started thinking a lot more about the food we're eating a little bit more healthier. So it's just quite nice to kind of make a note of what we've actually eaten compared to what we planned to eat, if that makes sense. So for example, this week there were 2 nights where we didn't eat what we planned at all. totally deviated, mainly because we didn't have everything we thought we needed in the house, so we had to. But hey ho, it's delayed, that's the important thing. And that one down there. Okay, so that is all of those things. I'm just having to think about a few other things that I normally put on my spreads. Just my habit trackers just to make sure I'm clear. So I've been tracking Instagram. Term time, I do struggle to keep up with Instagram posts. So this is the first week, so I shall kind of the holiday, so I will kind of go back and make a point of posting every day if I can. My planning routine needs re-embedding. Last 2 weeks of term, I've thrown it out completely. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my step count. Let's go with steps. Let's go with step count. I'm one of these people who's still getting there with my steps. I do not do 10,000 steps a day. What I've been doing is I set myself a target, and then when I consistently meet that target for 2 weeks, then I up it by 500. So I'm up to, I think my target at the moment is about 9,000 a day. So I'm getting there, definitely getting there. So that's probably all I'll put on my spread for now. That's kind of how it starts out, and then I fill in as the week goes on. So every day I make a point of sitting down in the evenings, double checking what I've done and what I need to do the next day, and doing a little bit of sort of like memory keeping type stuff, making a note of what actually happened, then doing my to-dos. What I really like about these stars, the more I look at them, is they're really spread out, which means that actually naturally in the summer holidays I will do less, and it means that what I do put down, there's more chance I'll actually do it. So that is my spread for the design team challenge. How will you plan your summer? I've used the I've completely forgotten the name of it. Where is my add-on box sheet? I've used the Take Me to the Ocean add-on box sheet and functional kit from EllieBeth Designs UK. And hopefully it's given you a little bit of a hint as to what on earth I'm get up to with my planner. I know it's been a bit rambly in places and probably incoherent is how I would describe it, but I'm excusing myself for that because it's nearly the end of term and my brain is still quite fuzzled. So hopefully it's giving you another idea of how you could use the functional kit beyond using it in just the hourly planner. My challenge for the summer is to use the functional kit in each of my different planners. So I've used it in my happy planner. I'm also going to use it in my bullet journal. I'm going to use one in my passion planner, hopefully. And then undecided what I'm going to do with my fourth one yet. I've also got one of the tiny kits to have a go at using in my bullet journal as well. So I've got all of the kits at the moment from the most recent What's New Wednesday. Hopefully you guys will have lots of fun planning for this week as well, and don't forget that the design team would love to see all of your entries and all of your entries. It's not a competition. All of your spreads. That's what I mean. The design team would love to see all of your spreads from this week using your favourite kits. And I'm just going to add down here, do not forget to post them on Instagram. Hashtag EBD summer. So have fun planning, guys. No doubt the rest of the design team will share their lovely spreads for this week with you as well, probably using a slightly different planner to mine and a slightly different take on the kits. But that's the joy of it, isn't it? That is the joy of planning, taking something and making it your own. Everyone's is so different. I can't wait to see them all. I know Rachel and the rest of the design team won't be able to wait either. Have fun, guys, and have a lovely week.